And though the California poppies are gorgeous, those flowers and plants in Arizona have caused a very high pollen count in the West recently.
It's been a struggle out there for folks with seasonal allergies, including me, Maria. And it's been also tough for those out there. Jack Woo's in the Weather Center with more about our current weather and pollen levels. Jack, how are you holding up with all these conditions?
Well, Connor, like you, the pollen is not doing me any justice either, and that's because we're seeing a lot higher pollen counts for today and a lot of the rest of the week. As you can see, we have high amounts of pollen coming from trees and grass, low amounts coming from ragweeds, and low amounts coming from mold as well. And along with this pollen in the air, we're seeing those winds up to 15 to 20 miles an hour. That's distributing all that pollen throughout the valley, and we are also seeing higher temperatures than normal. We know you've been feeling those hotter temperatures today, and the rest of the evening is looking a lot of the same, sitting in the mid-90s on your way home from work, going all the way into the mid-80s to end off the evening. Now, if you thought those hotter temperatures were ending today, unfortunately, you were mistaken. Looking at the highs for tomorrow, we're seeing a high of 95 here in Phoenix and 94 in Gila Bend. Going to the high country, Sedona seeing a high of 79, so haven't broken into the 80s yet. And then going into Flagstaff, we haven't even broken into the 70s with a high of 65. Now, we look at a low weather map. Our lows in the valley look like the highs in the high country, with a low of 66 here in Phoenix tomorrow, low of 58 in Gila Bend, and then going back to the high country, we have lows in the mid-30s in Flagstaff. Now, looking at our 8-day forecast, like I said, we're seeing those higher temperatures tomorrow, high of 95 tomorrow. Then it quickly dips Thursday and Friday into the low 80s. Then looking at the rest of our week, Saturday is looking like the mid-80s. We have a peak on Sunday and Monday in the mid-90s, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, we come back to the mid-80s. From the Cronkite Weather Center, I'm Jack Woo. Here's Nick with sports.